This month, District U46 School Board is relocating its meetings to the Family Welcome Center at 1019 East Chicago Street in Elgin. The decision approved at last month's board session ends a 4-decade tradition of meetings held at the Educational Services Center. Naperville Police recently completed a traffic enforcement campaign during the 4th of July period, reporting 35 seatbelt citations, 9 for speeding, and 8 related to distracted driving. The initiative was supported by an IDOT grant and aimed at increasing safety during the holiday. The Illinois Department of Natural Resources Urban and Community Fishing Program is set to host 3 fishing clinics at Lake Patterson and Oakhurst Forest Preserve in Kane County. Scheduled for July 10th, August 5th, and September 3rd from 5 until 7 p.m. The workshops are designed for anglers of all ages and skill levels. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan.
Two U.S. officials tell
Here's comedian Howie Mandel for hands-free Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins.
Yeah, I'm holding a new Cozy Fit Skechers slip-in sneaker, and first of all, I barely know I'm holding it. It's that light. You see, Cozy Fit is a cool new sneaker where the upper is made of a soft quilted material. It's kind of like a little puffer jacket for your feet, except it looks like a super stylish sneaker.
Introducing new Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins, the latest comfort creation from Skechers. You can find Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to handle the busy holiday season, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees. Ooma. Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan.
That's
brought to you by Fidelity. Adopt Pet Shelter in Naperville is expanding its community clinic offerings starting on Thursday, July 10th. The clinic will handle appointments for pets dealing with minor illnesses and injuries on top of their existing wellness exams, vaccinations, and spay or neuter surgery. Contact Adopt for more information. Randall Oaks Zoo in West Dundee is buzzing with excitement as it prepares for its second annual Pollinator Palooza, happening on Saturday from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. It's a day-long event, and the regular admission applies. Find out more by contacting the Randall Oaks Zoo. Drivers in Aurora are being warned to slow down or face consequences. The Aurora Police Department has joined forces with state and local agencies to crack down on speeding from July 8th through July 31st. The effort is part of Speeding Catches Up With You, an initiative backed by federal safety funds and supporting campaigns that stress the reality of dangerous speeding. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan.
America. Ever find a deal so good you think, should I tell my friends or keep it to myself? That's Kohl's Summer Cyber Deals. Styles for sunny days, home favorites for your space, and more. All at prices you'll love. Plus, earn Kohl's cash, discover new deals daily, and get free shipping. These deals are too good not to share. Once you've stocked up first. Shop Kohl's Summer Cyber Deals now. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Offers end July 10th. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
All right, Takis fans, Wendy's knows you love your Takis Fuego chips, so we thought, why not make a Takis Fuego meal with a Takis Fuego chicken sandwich with spicy chicken topped with crushed Takis Fuego chips and creamy corn spread. Plus, it comes with Fuego fries inspired by Takis and a bag of Takis Fuego chips. If we had any more heat, we might start an actual... I told them this would happen. For an intense new take on Takis chips, gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Participating U.S. Wendy's includes 1 ounce Takis Fuego chips while supplies last. Takis and Fuego.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. High wave action and dangerous currents at Lake Michigan beaches through Thursday morning. Tonight, isolated showers and thunderstorms before 7 p.m. Mostly clear with a low around 62. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high near 83. Currently, it is 79 and partly cloudy. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Ever find a deal so good you think, should I tell my friends or keep it to myself? That's Kohl's Summer Cyber Deals. Styles for sunny days, home favorites for your space, and more. All at prices you'll love. Plus, earn Kohl's cash, discover new deals daily, and get free shipping. These deals are too good not to share. Once you've stocked up first. Shop Kohl's Summer Cyber Deals now. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Offers end July 10th. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
No one wants to leave behind stress for their family. That's why a trust or a will is so important. Without one, your assets might go to the wrong people or leave out loved ones. Also, probate is long, expensive, and often avoidable with a revocable trust. Trustandwill.com makes it simple to create a personalized estate plan. A trust or will provides clarity and peace of mind. Get 20% off on your estate plan documents by visiting trustandwill.com/radio.
Fitting in shouldn't be hard, whether in life, on the court, or in the classroom. At Elgin Community College, you could find your place alongside those expanding their horizons, exploring rewarding careers, and achieving their dreams. A place for doers, thinkers, and believers. At ECC, we see you, we believe in you, and you'll fit right in. Learn more at elgin.edu/belong.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. From the Chicagoland to lands afar. With Derek Geyer, your sports czar. The game's the place from field to rink. Hot debates, fast takes, no time to blink. The Windy City roar, the fans ignite. Your circus of sports under radio light. Big Time Sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland.
And welcome into another edition of Big Top Sports with yours truly, Derek Geyer, here on AM 1410 WRMN River Media Network Sports. And in studio today, I have a pair of individuals that go by the name of Tyler Buterbaugh. Am I saying it right, Tyler?
Yes, sir. Tyler Buterbaugh.
Tyler Buterbaugh. And Double D, David Dykstra.
I love that he used my nickname, but not yours. He's so much easier if you just call him Butterball.
Butterball?
Butterball works.
Butterball's so much easier.
You know, it's funny.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off already.
Yeah.
10 seconds in. But, I have a habit of tripping over my own tongue. So it's, the whole... Tyler Butterball Buterbaugh.
Yeah,
right?
it's a hell of a tongue twister.
It's a rough one. That's why we just call him Butterball.
Butterball. Okay.
And it's funny. I had to explain this to someone about they're like, what's your nickname that everyone goes by? And I'm like, Butterball. And they're like, now did you choose that or did this was actually Lawrence? And I was just this is what I told him. It's so much easier to say Butterball like the turkey rather than my last name because thank the Germans.
Alrighty, I'm not exactly sure what to do with that. I am really not, sure what to do with that. As the action on Douglas Street passes us by.
No, you know what that is, Derek.
What's
they
that?
know that we are so on fire right now that they're bringing in the fire department to hose us down.
They got to put our asses down.
Wow. Okay. I'm not. Yeah. So ours is probably not Jack. Arses. Yeah, arses. I mean, I know it's, okay.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get fired already for having you two guys on, and it's only the 9th minute on July 9th already. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that, you know your stuff, with the FCC rules and everything. But I'm going to have Dino calling up and what the Hades are they doing in there already?
Who the heck did you guys bring in here?
Yeah. Holy Smurf, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
I love it.
I appreciate it. So I've got Tyler and I've got Double D or Butterball.
Yeah, that works.
Butterball. Okay.
Yeah, Butterball.
Okay, fine. Butterball, Double D. Where are you guys from?
So, I mean, we are from, I live in Chicago. I live over in Logan Square.
That's not what I meant, and you know it. What podcast are you guys from?
Oh, yes, we are. We're the co-owners of Blow the Whistle. We go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on YouTube on Sportstown Chicago. David and I started this bad boy back in, holy hell, when
4 years ago.
4 years ago.
No, we're coming up on our fifth.
Yeah, we're coming up on 5 years.
We're coming up on our 5th year doing this show 3 times a week at Illinois Media School, the Chicago, sportstownchicago.com studio there. We love what we do. We talk about sports all day, every day. We have fun doing it. We like to, we talk to Derek off air a lot, and Derek's like, we might go off the rails, and Tyler and I are like, great.
That's actually,
let's go wherever it takes us.
We actually have a segment called Off the Rails, and it's purely for us to just do and say whatever the heck we want. So that's what we usually do. We bring in the entertainment, we bring in sports conversation, and we've been doing it. We've been going, like you said, 5 years strong, which is incredible. I didn't even realize it was going that long either.
So one of the reasons why you guys are here in studio at WRMN 1410 AM and on Big Top Sports is for the simple fact that, well, Dennis Sonar Green has basically told the listening audience here in the Elgin area that there are going to be program changes. And one of the programming changes that's going to happen is your show, Blow the Whistle, is going to be on here on Saturday evenings.
Correct. Yeah.
When do you know when it will start?
Early August.
Yeah.
Early August. We don't want to nail down a date yet. We both have vacations coming up that we're taking at the exact same time. Not going together, ladies and gentlemen. Not going together.
If you tell Ruth that, she thinks otherwise.
But we both have vacations at the same time at the end of July. Sonar said, perfect. Why don't we start up early August? It should tentatively be within the first 2 weekends in August.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're looking forward to it a lot. Listen, we are a crazy bunch of guys. I got to give a shout out. We do have 2 other members that will be joining us. We have Nick No Gimmicks Johnston, who I'm sure
is that what he's going by now?
No Gimmicks is that's his Bad Karma wrestling name.
The No Gimmick.
Yeah, it's the No Gimmick.
Gotcha.
And then we got Frankie the Meatball Oliveira.
Is it the Meatball, or are we doing Frankie Marinara Oliveira?
Oh,
because I think that's what he kind of likes how it flows with his last name.
Frankie Marinara Oliveira.
It just flows really well. I also pitched Frankie Bolognese. He is, for everyone that's wondering why it's very Italianized, he is a very strong vocal Italian Chicagoan.
No, let's just call it what it is. Anything that you have in your mind about a Chicago Italian, this kid epitomizes.
This is very true. This is absolutely 100%
I'll say you've met him, right?
Because I know who you're talking about. Yeah. However, I will kick his arse out of this studio if he calls it gravy and not sauce. All right? That's all I have to say.
He might call it red gravy.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I'm sure he might.
You might be yelling for that one.
You know, I probably will actually have Dino calling me on the phone right now because he goes by gravy. So does Michael Napolitano. I can't even say his name. Mike Napolitano from On the Rise on Saturdays as well.
He calls himself the Gravy.
Well, you got to watch him around the gravy. It's
those silly Italians.
Yeah, exactly. Fine. I can't finish that, but you guys know where I'm going with that. But what's up, Brendan? Looks like we got a few commenters in our YouTube.com/@WRM radio feed. Oh, Neil Fioriti. I totally butchered his last name.
Neil Fiorito.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Neil. Please don't.
I call him Jiminy Cricket because he is the guy that knows everybody.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so please don't unfollow me on everything else, Neil. I would appreciate it. Nick Johnston, yes, absolutely off the rails already. Choo choo.
That sounds like what Nick would say, for sure.
That sounds like Nick. Our guy.
Nick, what up? No gimmicks? BK Dub. I'm sorry.
Oh, hey, whatever.
Cross promote. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. And if anyone listening out there on AM 1410 WRMN wants to get in and talk on the studio line, it is 847-931-1410. Or join us on the text line if you can't call in. That is 505-926-1410. Of course, like I already said, it's youtube.com/@WRMN radio. Or just listen in on smart speaker, tune in, or the WRMN app. All right, after all that stuff, I'm your host, Derek Geyer. You are currently listening to Big Top Sports. We will be back after a few.
Kick off your weekend with a little flair. It's Dino's Night Out, every Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on WRMN 1410 AM. Dino brings you the best of the Fox Valley's entertainment scene. Live music, local artists, street festivals, great eats, and the personalities behind them. If it's happening, Dino's talking about it. And bringing the spotlight is none other than the legendary Arcada Theater, located at 105 East Main Street in St. Charles. Catch dinner, drinks, and a show, all under one historic roof. So whether you're making plans or just love to know what's hot, make it a date with Dino's Night Out, Fridays, 2 to 4 p.m. on WRMN 1410 AM, or stream it live at WRMN1410.com. Dino's Night Out, powered by the Arcada Theater, where Fox Valley comes to play.
The weather is getting better, and we know it's the time when ladders and DIYers come out. Before you start any new outdoor projects, ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any type of work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
The new novel, titled DUI Jury Trial, is the true story of two lawyers who defend a truck driver who is charged with DUI. If he's convicted, this truck driver faces a lifetime disqualification of his commercial driver's license, which would prevent him from ever driving a truck again. This 3-year legal battle culminates in a courtroom showdown, which involves the testimony of a DUI expert witness. This book, DUI Jury Trial, is now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
Most people out here think that taking care of one another is important. And most people would step up for a neighbor going through a tough time. Most people around here help out friends and family when they need it. But the funny thing is, most of us won't look for help when we need it. If you're struggling with mental health, you should know that there are resources out there that can help. And it's okay to talk about it if you need to. One place to get started with information is loveyourmindtoday.org. Loveyourmindtoday.org offers a range of guides, instructions, and insights for dealing with difficult situations or getting through a tough time. If you're struggling with mental health, get the help you need, because most people out here really care. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to Big Top Sports with yours truly, Derek Geyer, and my guests in the studio. We've got Butterball and Double D.
Can I say something to you before we get going on all this other stuff that we want to talk about?
No. Anyway, Tyler, the mic is yours. No, wait, hold on. What mic are you? Okay, he's muted, so let's have a conversation, Tyler.
All right, let's do this.
I was actually going to pay you a compliment.
Oh, okay. Wait. Hold on a second. Now you could actually knock me over with a feather because this is like, this hardly ever happens with Double D and myself. For those of you that, aren't, obviously, typically, I don't have these two in studio and everything, but to pull the curtain back a little bit, me and Double D kind of every once in a while.
Yeah, I wouldn't say as much as you and a certain other person we both know, but yeah, you and I butt heads sometimes.
Yeah.
But I want to commend you, and I looked at Tyler. That's a great show open.
Yeah, it really is.
That was a great open for your show. That was phenomenally done.
I love the little guitar riff and just like, ooh, that felt good. That was nice, man.
When Tyler's over here tapping his fingers, you know it's a good show. I just wanted to say it's phenomenally well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the beauty of some of the AI stuff now.
I wasn't gonna say.
I mean, no. I mean, Double D just, complete. I am completely and totally transparent here. It does not, if I mess up something, I'm always doing, I'm pointing the thumb. I will call myself up on any stats or anything else that I mess up. Because that's the way that I want my stuff to be. That's the way that I want the audience to, see me. So if I go ahead and I say, hey, the Chicago White Sox didn't win the World Series in 2005, I'll go back. Oh yeah, my bad. They actually did. ESPN. What's up with that?
I love the slander. I love the ESPN slander already. But
go ahead.
This is talk. This is different than what Tyler and I would do AI and totally take credit for it. Totally take credit for it. Sometimes you just gotta bend the truth a little bit.
I went ahead and I put the parameters in there. I said everything that I wanted to do. I wanted the song, this is how it's supposed to go. Because I went through about 10 or 15 different iterations of that song, and there's also, the ad for Big Top Sports that runs here, that's also AI. But I did, 4 or 5 different voices. So I've got an Australian chick. I've got a British chick. I've got I think I even have a Chinese woman on there or something because, the show is called Big Top Sports. I want to include everyone.
Yeah.
What I'm doing here is I want everything, under the Big Top because, let's be honest. Chicagoland sports, it's a freaking circus.
It is. It's been a circus for God knows how long.
Mid-circus.
It's a mid-circus, that's for sure.
By the way, shout out to our girl Amber checking in with us here on the YouTube. I love it. How's Indiana?
A lot of cornfields.
But
but apparently there's more than corn in Indiana.
I will say this, getting back to the ESPN slander. Yeah, bad look, ESPN. Bad look.
Yeah. Speaking of the bad look,
okay.
I'm going to play something for y'all right there, right now.
Game 1 to the White Sox.
One thing about Bobby, I saw him throw first in spring training. I see this big man over there, who the hell is that? And first day, throwing gas.
He gone. Gas. Scouts will tell you the best pure power in the majors comes out of the right arm of Bobby Jenks. It had him as high as 102.
Bobby was kind of ahead of his time. There's a lot of guys now that throw like Bobby, but when he first came up, I'm not sure there was anybody that looked like him from a stuff standpoint where he was, hitting 100 on every single pitch with just a vicious curveball. And he was embarrassing guys, good hitters right away.
And Bobby Jenks has tied a major league record, retiring 41 consecutive hitters. Unbelievable.
Bobby, game changer. Bobby threw 100 or more with the nastiest breaking ball I've ever seen in my life. He was just an anomaly of unfathomable proportions.
The voice of Aaron Rowland.
As a teammate, he was the best. He's just a good person.
Everyone knows and loves Bobby, and what he did was remarkable. He deserves his place among the icons of this franchise's history.
Bobby earned his stripes. Ended up the last one on the mound in October that year.
You play for the love of the game, the joy of it. It's what I love to do.
I'm playing to be a world champion. And that's what I wanted to do from the time I could pick up a baseball.
And that last voice right there, that was Bobby Jenks, and that was courtesy of the ChicagoWhiteSox.com.
That was beautifully put together.
Oh man, it really gets me in the feels. That is for sure. I mean, 44 years old, dies of stomach cancer this past 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why, I'm kind of ragging, or we're ragging on ESPN, is because I mean, don't you know, like okay, first off, I'm going to take a step back here a little bit, because my dad passed away, a year ago on the 3rd of July.
Mm-hmm.
This kind of like hit me in the feels because, my dad also, passed away of cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So F cancer. I feel comfortable enough saying that and not getting in trouble with that. But I mean, also there was just the whole aspect of being a Chicago baseball fan. I'm a Cubs fan, can tell on my hat here. And I never, ever thought that I would see a World Series as a Cubs fan, because at that time they were still marked as the lovable losers. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I was like, this is the only World Series baseball team that I'm actually going to be seeing. And to have Bobby Jenks close it out and do the things that he did during that season was absolutely awesome.
Yeah. I mean, like, and just real quick with the ESPN article, like, they really just kind of sugarcoated what really that World Series meant to Chicago and what Bobby Jenks was. Like, they kind of worded it as far as like the title was just like almost like he was on the team, like he participated. It's like, no, he closed out the series.
Yeah.
Let's get that straight and remember that. But like you were going back to what you were saying about like what it brought to Chicago baseball. I don't know. I'm not going to break down the exact math, but I know it was like 80 something years since the White Sox last won the World Series. 88 years.
Yeah.
And then even then with the Cubs, like it was around the same time, because when they won their World Series, it was 106 years since they won their World Series. So it's like overall, I mean, like Cubs or White Sox fan, like that was just a huge moment in all of like the city of Chicago, because the city hasn't had like a championship, and then aside from the Bulls in 98, 99, but like you said, baseball aspect, like it's been decades.
Well,
since then.
Tyler, not to, call you out here, but don't disrespect the Chicago Blackhawks like ESPN disrespected the Chicago White Sox.
Oh yeah. I mean, no, I mean like, but during that like decade, what I mean?
Yeah.
But like before then, yeah, like there wasn't like a whole lot of winning since then. And then like, but more of a baseball aspect is that it's been a purgatory for Chicago baseball between the Cubs and the White Sox. Like they have like with the longest drought in history of World Series.
Oh yeah. Both teams.
I may get emotional here.
Go for it.
That World Series means more to me than the Cubs World Series. And here's why. My dad, who, like your dad, passed away 2 years ago.
About 2 years ago, yeah.
2 years ago from liver cancer. Was a huge Sox fan, to the point where they used to, when he was a child, after schools were let out, they would open up the gates at Old Comiskey and let the students come in, so that it looked like they had audiences there. So to be able to call my dad as Bobby Jenks is throwing that last pitch for the final out in that World Series and say, "Dad, they did it. Holy cow, they did it," will be a memory that I will never. You can see on my arm right now, I got goosebumps.
Yeah,
getting goosies.
To me, it's just that guttural memory that I'll always have of a White Sox championship, and sharing that phone call with my dad as the last out happened.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, those are like the core moments. I mean, you're talking about going to your first game when you're like 6, 7, 8 years old, however old you are, walking into that cathedral with your dad for the first time, all of that fun stuff. But I mean, for the organization that ESPN is, I mean, to do it twice
Put some respect.
Yeah, I mean, just put a little bit.
This is the same organization that misspelled Harry Carey's name too.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
How's it going, Janoska?
I'll say if we had our original third member in here, he'd be going off.
Yeah. You're currently listening to Big Top Sports on AM 1410 WRMN.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan. Brought to you by Fidelity. Randall Oaks Zoo in West Dundee is buzzing with excitement as it prepares for its second annual Pollinator Palooza, happening on Saturday from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. It's a day-long event, and the regular admission applies. Find out more by contacting the Randall Oaks Zoo. Drivers in Aurora are being warned to slow down or face consequences. The Aurora Police Department has joined forces with state and local agencies to crack down on speeding from July 8th through July 31st. The effort is part of Speeding Catches Up With You, an initiative backed by federal safety funds and supporting campaigns that stress the reality of dangerous speeding. Adopt Pet Shelter in Naperville is expanding its community clinic offerings. Starting on Thursday, July 10th, the clinic will handle appointments for pets dealing with minor illnesses and injuries on top of their existing wellness exams, vaccinations, and spay or neuter surgeries. Contact Adopt for more information. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
This is Larry Jones, and I'd like to talk to you about my bank, American Eagle Bank in South Elgin. Has your bank changed names in the last 10 years? Is your bank another faceless branch with headquarters in another city? Are you tired of earning next to nothing on your savings account or certificates of deposit, or does your personal banker treat you like a stranger? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you're ready for a new banking experience, and American Eagle is the place for you. American Eagle is a locally owned independent bank that's rooted in the community, and American Eagle customers are greeted by name and treated with the respect that they deserve. American Eagle has an innovative program, Eagle Savings, that teaches your children to save while earning prizes and rewards. American Eagle offers great rates on certificates of deposit. My bank is located in South Elgin on Randall Road between the Target and Caputo's and is open Monday through Saturday. Give them a call at 847-742-7400 and a real person will answer the phone. American Eagle Bank, a place where you matter.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. High wave action and dangerous currents at Lake Michigan beaches through Thursday morning. Tonight, isolated showers and thunderstorms before 7 p.m. Mostly clear with a low around 62. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high near 83. Currently, it is 79 with clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Now there's a new way to take charge of your blood sugar. Introducing new Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula from the makers of the nation's best-selling garlic supplement. New Garlic helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels with clinically supported levels of garlic, plus a custom blend of vitamins and minerals. And it's odor-free. Take charge of your blood sugar with new Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. Big Top Sports, feel the roar, where the wild games come to score. Guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland. Football frenzy and hoops so high. Baseball swinging as seasons
Normally, I would let that play, but you already know where you're tuned in at. It is Big Top Sports here on AM 1410 WRMN. I am your host, Derek Geyer, along with Butterball, Buterbaugh, and Double D, David Dykstra. Oh, I'm sorry, Tyler. Tyler, okay. Butterball, Buterball.
I was just impressed you got it out the first time, man. That was a nice job.
I'm trying. I'm learning. This whole radio thing here, right?
It's too many B's for me. I'm like, but that's why I'm like, I can't even get my name right. So you're totally fine, dude.
Nice. So we were talking about the Chicago White Sox and Bobby Jenks, and since the Chicago White Sox do play here, well, not here in the studio, but on these airwaves here at AM 1410 WRMN, you folks out there in Elgin land were treated to a nice 2-1 victory over the 10-game winning streak Toronto Blues, and here's a little bit of that action.
And it served him well. On the ground, this could be two. Montgomery starts it off. My drop throw to first. Love that tandem up the middle. Another one of the young fill-ins for this team. A guy not expected to make an impact. That is caught by Elko. Throw to second. Got him. Double play turn to get out of the jam.
That was some nice leather.
That one gets by Elko. And my drop will have to recover it in right field as Guerrero Jr. scoots to second. And now that one gets by Montgomery. Nobody covering third. Here comes Hauser. And he is there in time to get Vlad Guerrero Jr. He's a family man with the growing family of his own. So he understands the stresses. Caro down the line in left field. And Slater off to the races. He's going to get waved in. The relay throw will not come in as Slater scores, tying this ball game. Lifted in the air to left field, and it's going to drop in front of Loperfido. Caro's going to be waved in. The throw is cut off, and the Sox take their first lead of the ball game. RBI single from Lenyn Sosa, making it 2-1 in the fourth. Because he's in swing mode. Let's see if he goes after it. Slider. Elko steps on the back for one. Over to second. Got him with the tag. A double play. 1-2. Line to center field. Robert Jr. is there, and that's ball game.
That was indeed ball game, and that was courtesy of CHSN.com. Sox pulling out the final game in the series against the Toronto Blue Jays. And, I mean, there was an absolutely dominant pitching performance by Adrian Hauser in that game. And as you were seeing along, if you were watching the youtube.com/@WRMN radio feed, you were seeing that the White Sox were actually tossing around the leather. You had awesome pitching from Hauser, and you also had timely hitting from the Chicago White Sox.
Go ahead. I'm actually a little steamed, if you want me to be honest. White Sox cost me money today.
Wait. Hold on a second, Double D. What were the odds that the Chicago White Sox were going to lose today?
I believe it was going off at 2-1.
Okay.
I think they were plus 235 or something like that.
Well, that's nice money.
Yeah,
they bet the right way.
To me, it's good for the White Sox. I mean, granted, they are better than they were last year. The young talent is starting to play a little better for them. They're going to be better. This isn't a next year fix. This isn't a year after. This is a 3 to 5 year project to where they can come back and be, oh, thanks, Nick. It was plus 135. Excuse me. It was $1.35. I apologize. They weren't as big a dogs as I thought they were. But anyway, this is a 3 to 5 year project. Fingers crossed.
Oh, absolutely.
Where you hit on these prospects that they're now piling up from all the people that they've traded away, like Garrett Crochet. And, I'm sure there's going to be more that they trade away at the deadline this year as well. Unfortunately, their big ticket item is injured at the moment, so I don't know if they're going to be able to trade Luis Roberts Jr.
Oh, he's been playing.
He has been playing?
Yeah, he returned yesterday, right?
I believe so, or the day before. But he has actually been playing the last couple of games. I know, obviously the struggles. He's batting below the Mendoza line this year. But the team's still looking to inquire about, stolen bases because he's fast and he's leading the league, or he's up there in the stolen base category. And he's also still being able to play, Gold Glove caliber defense in center field.
If I'm gonna be honest, if I was the Sox, I wouldn't be too worried yet about Luis Robert Jr. because this isn't like the third year in a row where he's been having this struggle. And if you look at the numbers, we all remember Javi Baez. He would be swinging at everything, was hitting in the 100s, and everyone thought that he was a washed-up piece. But now look at him. He's going to be starting out in center field in the AL.
Go figure.
And he's putting up like old Javi numbers. So I mean,
be starting, but he is.
What?
Javi should not be starting in the outfield for that All-Star game.
I would agree.
But that's a whole nother story.
It's all about the story,
Yeah,
it's a
but
cool
what about that starter for the National League where he's only Acuna, where he only played like
Acuna Jr.?
Yeah. 20 games, 30 games.
There is arguments. I mean, you can go out there, and there are arguments out there that, Seiya Suzuki was
snubbed. I'll say it. Snubbed. Come on. The guy that leads in RBIs.
It's not just from the Cubs fans. I mean, come on, Double D. I understand you root for the Phillies, but at the same time, how 77 RBIs when all the voting and all that stuff is 25 home runs. These are all career year numbers for him. It's not even the All-Star break yet.
Yeah, I'll just say this.
No. Don't like temper your
I'll say
takes.
This. I'll say this. If Clayton Kershaw's an all-star, Seiya Suzuki for sure.
That's fair.
For sure an all-star.
He gets it because of the name.
No, it's the legend pick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He gets it because of the commissioner pick. That the whole.
Well, do you know what that's telling everybody?
Piece of metal thing. The World Series trophy, the piece of metal.
It tells me that Kershaw's retiring after this year.
I mean, he's got
if they're going to do that for him. But
if he goes any longer, his arm's going to fall off.
Getting back to Seiya, I mean, right now Acuna's injured.
Oh.
They don't even know if he's going to be able to go for the home run derby or even play in the All-Star game, which means they're going to have to bring somebody else. If Seiya doesn't get in after that, then I really make a stink if I'm a Cubs fan or a baseball fan in general.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was talking to a couple people. I mean, do you think that they need to kind of revamp the way that the All-Star game is or the getting in process? I understand that there's the popularity vote, fans get out there, Chicago fans get out there, Dodgers fans get out there, Phillies fans get out there. However, shouldn't it be broken down to maybe like 3 different categories? Like you have the popular fan vote, then you have the manager's vote, kind of like how they do with the Gold Glove.
I'd even go player vote.
Yeah.
And the player vote.
Yeah.
So break it down: a third fan, a third manager, a third or front office. And
be okay with
that.
that.
I like either of those options. I think there needs to be more involved in the voting as well, because we brought up your Phillies. Trey Turner, he's been considered like a snub too. That could have gotten into the All-Star.
Hey, you could Schwartz.
Well, he's in.
Is Schwartz in?
Yeah, he's the second DH.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry, he didn't beat out Shohei. I apologize.
Yeah, no.
I apologize
for obvious reasons.
He's got 2 continents voting for him.
Yeah, betting on him too.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, he is. I get flack from Frankie for this. He's the greatest baseball player of all time.
Okay.
I think will be.
No,
I can't say
right now.
He's still got more to prove.
What else does he have to prove?
I'm kind of along Double D's line there, Butterball.
Listen, he is a unicorn. Don't get me wrong. I already know he's going to be. I'm not even saying like there's a chance he might not be. He's going to be. I just think he's 4 years into this.
Okay. This is true. And we all thought, or I'm sorry, I'll speak for myself here, not the collective we. So initially, I thought that there was that certain Angels outfield, anyway, where we all thought that Trout was going to be the best ever that played the game. And then what happened after like seasons 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever?
Oh, he's very much injury prone.
Yeah. Yes. So now, therefore, can you call Mike Trout the best player to ever live still?
He's the most natural baseball player I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yes.
Will I call him the greatest of all time? No, because numbers don't reflect that.
Yeah.
The reason that I say Shohei Ohtani is the greatest player to ever play the game, because there's only one person in Major League history you can compare him to, and he's already dwarfing his pitching numbers.
Wow, you're going to say that right in front of me.
Okay, I'll bite.
Wow! Oh! Jeez, that's almost.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Okay, would you care to fill this idiot in on like what you're talking about right now?
I said dwarfing.
Oh.
Son of a gun.
Got him.
Oh.
Got him.
Yeah. And on that note, we'll just head off for a little teeny tiny break here on Big Top Sports, WRMN 1410 AM.
Rate, indexed or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and the Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. That's 800-760-1845.
My mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga.
My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club.
Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Searching for a financial partner that truly has your best interest at heart? Join KCT Credit Union, where they're more than just a bank. They're a not-for-profit financial cooperative. KCT members are owners, meaning profits go back to you in the form of lower loan rates, higher savings rates, and fewer fees. Experience personalized service that puts you first. Become a part of KCT, where your financial well-being is their top priority. Visit kctcu.org. Each account insured up to $250,000 by member's choice. This institution is not federally insured.
Hey, Tammy, I just made an AI fact checker for the show. Do you want to try it out?
Sure. Talk Time with Tammy and Friends is the best show on WRMN.
Oh, Talk Time with Tammy and Friends is the best show on WRMN, huh? What a bold, subjective opinion masquerading as a fact. Sure, I bet you and all 12 of her fans feel that way. While I can confirm the show exists, yay for reality, its best status is completely debatable. And yes, congratulations, it does air Monday through Thursday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Let me know when Tammy wins an Emmy or something. Until then, this is a hard nope on objectivity. Grade 310. Fact, Talk Time with Tammy and Friends airs weekdays, Monday, Thursday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on WRMN. Try again when you want to talk about facts, not fangirling.
I'll work on it.
You better.
welcome into Big Top Sports with yours truly, Derek Geyer, here on WRMN 1410 AM River Media Network. Sports.
Should we do a shout out to Jacob? Sports.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
This was a former instructor of ours.
Okay.
Before, because he was long gone before he even finished, I think.
Yeah.
And he would teach us the radio side, and whenever it was like the sports radio block, he's not a big sports guy at all. So he'd sarcastically go, sports.
I gotcha. Yeah.
Sports. Yeah.
So as we were talking about, we've got the Chicago White Sox. They won today over the Toronto Blue Jays.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it cost double decent money. So, and I do apologize, Tyler. You know, I didn't mean to make that teeny tiny joke at your expense.
Hey, I opened it up, if anything.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm the one that opened it up.
And
that's my fault.
You opened up that door, and I went running, charging through.
You busted it through.
Yeah, I totally do, because
that's okay.
I'm an arse like that.
I still love you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
letting us come on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
But talking about the Chicago White Sox, who are potential trade pieces in your eyes, in both your guys' eyes, you know, as far as like, you know, whether it be starting pitchers, Adrian Hauser, Shane Smith, you know, Michael Tauchman.
Are you wanting
Luis Robert?
Luis to me is the most appealing for people who are looking for a bat.
Yeah.
Luis Robert.
I'm sorry, what? A bat?
Yeah.
Seriously?
I think.
No, I mean, you know, drop some knowledge on me here.
I think for me at least, whether he's having an up year or a down year, and I think he's having a little bit of a down year.
Yeah.
I think a change of scenery for Luis Roberts Jr. would be the best thing for him, and it might spark something for him. Getting him around another maybe batting coach that might see something in like a hole in his swing that this batting coach doesn't see might help. I just think a change of scenery might help him more than staying with the White Sox.
Okay.
And trying to possibly build around his potential of being like that 5-tool star that everybody thought he was and still may be. He's still pretty young. The injury prone thing is the one for me. Nick says Hoser, Roberts Jr. and Lenin Sosa.
Lenin Sosa.
Okay.
I mean, Adrian Hauser right now, I mean, he's their best pitcher by far going on right now. And he's not old. He's sitting at like 30 years old, I think it is. 32. So I mean, he would be a good piece and like to trade away as well as Luis Robert Jr. because you're finding some young good talent. Like you got Tim Elko, Chase Mydroth. I mean, now you got Colson. You brought back Colson Montgomery up, and he had his debut over at the Rate Field the other day. And even Miguel Vargas. I mean, you're starting to find some solid young guys that the White Sox are wanting to. It looks like they're going to be building around, and at this point, you're going to have to pretty much blow it up and rely on your young talent. I mean, it's a process. And David, you mentioned it earlier. Like it's going to be like a 3 to 4 year.
I said 3 to 5, and you hope and pray that those high end prospects hit.
Yeah, and then going back with like Luis Robert Jr. and kind of like what I said in the last segment is that this seems like he's put up identical numbers as Javi Baez's off season, and what I said, like, so I think I do agree. Like I think a change of scenery for him, I think it could I think his mind's not there with the White Sox because they keep gloating about bringing a winning program here, but like they just broke the record for the most losses last season, and not saying they're on track to do. They're improving this year. They're not gonna have that kind of record, but you're still looking at a bottom of the food chain.
They're the second worst team in the major league.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And I mean, you know, there was also this player that is now up in Milwaukee that the White Sox got rid of in Andrew Vaughn, and now all of a sudden he's having what seems to be a complete and total resurgence after a couple weeks down in the minors.
They're having their James Harden transition, you know?
Yeah.
You just you look out of shape all of a sudden, and then you get traded to the team you want, and then, boom, you lost 20 pounds, and now you can shoot from
Once again,
half
it goes
court.
to change of scenery. Change of scenery
which
sometimes
is,
helps.
to your point, which is why I was bringing up Andrew Vaughn.
Yeah.
To me, sometimes, I mean, you could talk about Jake Berger, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Down in San Diego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
so I mean, it's amazing when you go from the dregs of the MLB to all of a sudden in playoff contention. But if you guys are wanting to join in on this or any topics here that we're going through on Big Top Sports, please feel free to call in at 847-931-1410 or text us at 505-926-1410. I know some of you are watching on the youtube.com/@WRMN radio feed. Why not call in the show? I know you have sports thoughts out there.
Ring, ring.
Yeah, ring, ring. Ring a ding, ding.
Anyone except for Nick.
Yeah.
And in 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, we've got a caller. No, we don't.
No,
I
think Nick is our team's diehard White Sox guy.
Yeah.
And he's thoroughly vetted in what's going on the South Side, and will tell you, like he even said in the chat, like, settle down.
Yeah,
Vaughn
well,
hit one home run. Calm.
Yeah,
just relax.
I understand that, Nick. I understand that, guys. However, I mean, he's getting RBI base hits. He's also, he hit the home run too in 2 games back. I mean, so I mean, a little bit of resurgence, a little bit of, a little bit of life. And believe me,
small sample size, but
absolutely
it looks good.
Absolutely. I mean, how did Berger act when he got traded away down to either Miami or
Marlins?
Yeah, the Marlins.
Away.
Yeah,
Bombs away.
Exactly. And then they named a burger after him,
which is fantastic. By
the
way,
absolutely.
And then they let him sign somewhere else, like Miami loves to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Because all of a sudden he did what he did down there, and now he's playing for a declining San Diego Padres team.
I wouldn't necessarily call them declining. They're still in that wild card hunt.
Yeah, I think they're underperforming of what the expectations were.
I think they'll make the wild card.
Yeah,
but
they'll make the wild card, and then either that or they're going to be buyers and or sellers.
I think they'll be buyers. They're going to go out and get an arm.
Because what do we look? They're only like a couple games behind wild card.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're not too far, but going back to the Luis Robert Jr. or going back to the whole, I think it's just a change of scenery that needs to happen, and we've seen it happen before with the White Sox, where as far as talent leaves, and then all of a sudden they just come out of nowhere and play good.
Yeah,
I'm
just try and keep on restocking, repiling, retooling, because we all know that this isn't going to happen by the time that Jerry decides to sell the team.
It's going to be very interesting to me once that sale is all over.
Mm-hmm. If they sell it,
if that team then becomes all-in buyers and starts spending money,
that's going to be interesting. I'm kind of excited to see what it's going to take for the White Sox to see the kind of turnaround they'll have.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the way that Guts has been going about it, I mean, I think he pretty much got like a very bad rap to begin with, but I think he just wanted the job to begin with, obviously. I mean, who wouldn't want to be a general manager with
a major market team?
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, there's that aspect of things. Yes, I could get it done. I understand what's going on. But you are currently listening to Big Top Sports. I've got Tyler Buterbaugh in, along with David Dykstra. And you're listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM.
Now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com is the book called DUI Jury Trial, which is the true story of a truck driver in Illinois who was charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. Not only was he facing a revocation of his driver's license, but also a lifetime disqualification of his CDL, which would prevent him from ever driving a semi-truck again. This book includes backstories of the truck driver, the lawyers that defended the case, and the DUI expert expert witness who analyzed the case and then testified at trial as to the proper protocol procedures of the field sobriety tests as well as the breathalyzer test. This nonfiction novel also includes the actual court transcript from the jury trial, a courtroom showdown in which the final verdict would determine the fate of the defendant's livelihood. The book DUI Jury Trial is now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 7 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan.
Brought to you by Fidelity. Naperville Police recently completed a traffic enforcement campaign during the 4th of July period, reporting 35 seatbelt citations, 9 for speeding, and 8 related to distracted driving. The initiative was supported by an IDOT grant and aimed at increasing safety during the holiday. The Illinois Department of Natural Resources Urban and Community Fishing Program is set to host 3 fishing clinics at Lake Patterson and Oakhurst Forest Preserve in Kane County. Scheduled for July 10th, August 5th, and September 3rd from 5 until 7 p.m., the workshops are designed for anglers of all ages and skill levels. Starting this month, District U46 School Board is relocating its meetings to the Family Welcome Center at 1019 East Chicago Street in Elgin. The decision, approved at last month's board session, ends a 4-decade tradition of meetings held at the Educational Services Center.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan.
Ever find a deal so good you think, should I tell my friends or keep it to myself? That's Kohl's Summer Cyber Deals. Styles for sunny days, home favorites for your space, and more. All at prices you'll love. Plus, earn Kohl's Cash, discover new deals daily, and get free shipping. These deals are too good not to share, once you've stocked up first. Shop Kohl's Summer Cyber Deals now. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Offers end July 10th. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
All right, Takis fans. Wendy's knows you love your Takis Fuego chips. So we thought, why not make a Takis Fuego meal with a Takis Fuego chicken sandwich with spicy chicken topped with crushed Takis Fuego chips and creamy corn spread. Plus, it comes with Fuego fries inspired by Takis and a bag of Takis Fuego chips. If we had any more heat, we might start an actual... I told him this would happen. For an intense new take on Takis chips, gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Includes 1 ounce Takis Fuego chips while supplies last. Takis and Fuego trademarks are used under license.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan.
Brought to you by Fidelity. Adopt Pet Shelter in Naperville is expanding its community clinic offerings. Starting on Thursday, July 10th, the clinic will handle appointments for pets dealing with minor illnesses and injuries on top of their existing wellness exams, vaccinations, and spay or neuter surgeries. Contact Adopt for more information. Randall Oaks Zoo in West Dundee is buzzing with excitement as it prepares for its second annual Pollinator Palooza, happening on Saturday from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. It's a day-long event, and the regular admission applies. Find out more by contacting the Randall Oaks Zoo. Drivers in Aurora are being warned to slow down or face consequences. The Aurora Police Department has joined forces with state and local agencies to crack down on speeding from July 8th through July 31st. The effort is part of Speeding Catches Up With You, an initiative backed by federal safety funds and supporting campaigns that stress the reality of dangerous speeding.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan.
Ever find a deal so good you think, should I tell my friends or keep it to myself? That's Kohl's Summer Cyber Deals. Styles for sunny days, home favorites for your space, and more. All at prices you'll love. Plus, earn Kohl's Cash, discover new deals daily, and get free shipping. These deals are too good not to share, once you've stocked up first. Shop Kohl's Summer Cyber Deals now. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Offers end July 10th. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
All right, Takis fans. Wendy's knows you love your Takis Fuego chips. So we thought, why not make a Takis Fuego meal with a Takis Fuego chicken sandwich with spicy chicken topped with crushed Takis Fuego chips and creamy corn spread. Plus, it comes with Fuego fries inspired by Takis and a bag of Takis Fuego chips. If we had any more heat, we might start an actual... I told him this would happen. For an intense new take on Takis chips, gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Includes 1 ounce Takis Fuego chips while supplies last. Takis and Fuego.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. High wave action and dangerous currents at Lake Michigan beaches through Thursday morning. Tonight, isolated showers and thunderstorms before 7 p.m. Mostly clear with a low around 62. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high near 83. Currently, it is 79 with clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Now there's a new way to take charge of your blood sugar. Introducing New Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula from the makers of the nation's best-selling garlic supplement. New Garlic helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels with clinically supported levels of garlic, plus a custom blend of vitamins and minerals, and it's odor-free. Take charge of your blood sugar with New Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
In the middle of the night, everything will be all right if you listen to Coast, right here on WRMN 7 days a week from midnight to 5 a.m. Each night on Coast to Coast, listeners are captivated by George Newry with discussions on news and current events, conspiracy theories, UFOs, life after death, and all things curious and unexplained. Whether you're working third shift or you're just a night owl, catch the most listened to overnight talk radio program in North America, Coast to Coast, every night, midnight to 5 a.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
They were best friends, inseparable, in fact, until the day Miguel died. Every day his friend visited Miguel's grave. Rain, wind, weekends, holidays, every day. Miguel's closest friend, Capitan, his German Shepherd, is a symbol of loyalty to which we can all aspire. Loyalty. Pass it on from passiton.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. From the Chicagoland to lands afar. With Derek Geyer, your sports czar. The game's the place from field to rink. Hot debates, fast takes, no time to blink. The Windy City roar, the fans ignite. Your circus of sports under radio light. Big Time Sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Guiding the sports fan from the heart of Chicagoland.
Forgive me, everyone that's looking on our youtube.com/@WRMN Radio. I just absolutely never get tired of that guitar riff coming back in. Of course, I am your host for Big Top Sports. I'm Derek Geyer. You are currently listening to WRMN AM 1410, River Media Network. Sports. And I am joined. Oh, damn it. I guess I should do that one more time.
Sports.
Thank you. I look over, I see you guys doing it, and I'm like, wait, I didn't hear. Oh, Smurf, I don't have them potted up.
Son of a gun.
Yeah.
Son of a gun.
Don't. Yeah, you hate it when that happens. I'm usually good for at least one or two of those for a show, but
it
anyway.
still happens with me.
Hey, Tyler and I have been working downtown for 4 years now. Ask us how many perfect shows we've had.
I'm going to go with zero.
Zero.
Okay, cool.
Nada.
Never happens.
Something always goes sideways.
Yeah, and it's funny that you mentioned that because, okay, so breaking down the fourth wall yet again. I'm from IMS. They're from IMS. They're instructors from Illinois Media School. I went through it. You guys weren't one of my instructors, were you?
I think I was an IA when you were a student.
Okay.
And I just came to hang out.
Okay,
at the time.
Yeah, that's fair. You guys, well, actually, you guys were doing your show that you didn't let me on, which was Blow the Whistle.
Sometimes, you know.
Well, yeah, I know I had that serial killer vibe thing going on, and
what are you talking about, Derek?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I never compared you to a serial killer ever.
Not to my face, at least.
I did not talk to him for the first 6 months he went to the school.
You didn't?
I did not.
Really?
Yeah, even though I'm like, hey, how you doing?
I was scared of him.
And I'm like, I don't understand. It's like I've got this absolutely gorgeous, beautiful face here. I have absolutely no idea like what you're talking about. Shut up, Nick. I don't want to hear you like, talking, any smurf about me, on the youtube.com/WRMN radio feed. Yeah, please don't. But yeah, I mean, I'm like, hey, what's up?
He's like, get away from me.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, hey, what are you guys doing in here? Show. Like, do you need a hand? Like, with any? Nah, we're covered. like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all of this.
He was a new guy. Come on.
I was scared.
You were scared. Come on,
I was
man.
scared.
We've had scarier people come through IMS.
Paul.
Yes, Paul, exactly. Hey, David.
Well,
You're a scary guy.
Do you like vodka?
Probably a good thing that I have absolutely no idea who you're talking about.
This goes back. He was one of our fellow classmates when we went to the program. This is back at Lombard. Oh, no, you were at the Lombard one.
Yeah, I was
that's
at
right. I
Lombard.
forgot about that. So that whole transition threw me off. But yeah, this was back at Lombard, and Paul was an interesting guy. He was the star of our music video that we created.
Yeah.
We did a music video downtown, and he was the complete star. He was the psycho killer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it fit.
We leaned into it.
He was playing the part well.
Okay.
He wore he wore a one of those white masks.
Oh, like the William Shatner, whatchamacallit from Halloween?
Not Scream.
No,
not Michael Myers.
Oh, okay.
It's like
Ghostface?
The Purgatory. No, not the Purgatory. Oh, kind of. Not the Purgatory.
Purge.
The Purge.
Like the Purge, just straight white face.
Oh, no, I got to look that up. It's going to kill me.
It was scary.
Yeah, it was like that movie where, for 24 hours, all crime was legal.
Oh, The Purge.
The Purge, yeah. Sorry, I said Purgatory.
Did you look at Nick's comment? That's so not even right, man. Nick, that's not cool. You want to tell them what Nick said or no?
Okay, Nick. I'm sorry that I ever brought you in on the Rise. By the way, you can tune into On the Rise every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 a.m., followed by The Truth About Chicago Sports from 10 to noon.
Hashtag shameless plug.
Okay. Oh, what was that? Wait, hold on. Do that again because you were not.
Hashtag shameless plugged yourself. Yeah. That's nice.
Oh, okay.
Good job.
Well, I was actually shameless plugging the other shows, not mine.
Well, you're shamelessly plugging anyway.
Okay, sure. So, Nick Johnston, if you are not paying attention on the youtube.com feed here at WRMN, he said he would never compare me to a serial killer, but if they needed a Jeffrey Dahmer stand-in,
it's so wrong.
I'd throw your name out there.
I never called you a cannibal. Hey, I never called you a cannibal.
Wow. What in the Hades did I ever do to you, Nick?
That's.
I think I might just have to bring in like someone else to do the fantasy sports update half hour. I don't. No, actually, I still want you to do the fantasy sports. I mean, if you're not already doing it with On the Rise and everything, I know that's where it originated. But at the same time, Nick, piss off. Any hoozle.
That was a heck of a comment.
Wow. Wait.
Where do you want to go from there?
Let's give a
greatest serial killers of all time.
Yeah, I mean that's. Yeah,
our serial killer bracket.
Wow, I do believe that the Chicago Cubs are currently playing, and let's bring up this jump from last night.
High fly ball towards the left field corner. That one back, and it's gone. Justin Turner will touch them all.
Milestone.
Career number 200.
We'll give the Cub fans something to cheer about as they rise to celebrate JT.
Well, that was courtesy of Marquee Sports Network. And, well, the reason why I played it was that's pretty much like the bright spot that it was. all the runs scored anyway in last night's game.
I mean, as far as for the Cubs, yeah, the one bright spot because
Shota
you avoided the shutout.
Yeah, avoided the shutout. Pushed the bet, I believe, because it was under 9 runs for that game.
Yeah, I think it was like at 9.5.
So yeah, just missed it by that much.
Yeah.
Why has he got to play the highlight of the one person I don't want to see?
Why? Well, because
do you want a little behind the scenes?
I don't care. Give me the behind the scenes stuff. If you got like a gripe or something.
My girlfriend swears that Justin Turner and I are related.
Well, duh. Look at you guys.
Stop.
Gorgeous orange beards, you.
Stop.
You're a little Viking.
Except he does have the flow going on top.
Yeah. I have no flow for. Hey, I'll do.
You lack it.
There's no flow.
Yeah.
None at all.
He took it all from you.
Maybe that's what happened.
Yeah.
Justin Turner.
He stole your hair.
You jerk.
So the Viking and you are somehow third cousins once removed, and
we could be related. I mean, I am adopted. It's very likely. I mean, there's a possibility out there. Never want to say never. So it's a possibility.
But I mean, that was the highlight because the only run scored by the Cubs, 200th career home run, which was awesome. And the funniest part is it was another redhead that caught the ball. I don't know if you saw that. It was a Cubs fan.
I missed that part.
So it was a Cubs fan that caught the home run ball. Turner met up with him after the game, and he got the ball back. But they asked him about it. They're like, how was that interaction with the fan? And Turner literally just goes, it was really great that like another ginger got it. I thought it was fantastic.
That's at the beginning of the season. I was kind of wondering why they brought in Justin Turner. To be perfectly honest with you, because over the course of the season, he's struggling at the plate.
Yeah,
he was the platoon starter for when there was a lefty on the mound when Michael Bush wasn't. What was that nod?
Then keep going.
Okay, so he was the designated starter for when Michael Bush was supposed to go up against a left-handed pitcher.
Mm.
Now all of a sudden, Bush looks like he could hit lefties.
Yeah,
again, small sample size.
Yeah, Bush has got one of the. Oh no, it's against righties. He's got the highest batting average from the Cubs. But yeah, he's not doing too bad against lefties.
I could tell you guys now why they brought Justin Turner in.
The glue guy?
Veteran leadership.
Yep.
Clubhouse atmosphere.
Yep.
Because it's obvious he's keeping those guys loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
We won't go into how, but if you were watching on TV, you saw how.
there might have been a ding-a-ling, ding-dong, ding.
Yeah.
Slam-a-lama, ding-dong.
And here's the other reason. Justin Turner might be one of the most impressive postseason players ever to play in the major leagues. Like he could be batting 189 in the regular season, and then he'll come into the postseason and he'll just catch fire and hit 5 yam-hos.
Yeah. He does the opposite of what Aaron Judge does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron Judge will swing the ball all season long.
Postseason, all of a sudden, he does the Clark Kent Superman thing. And
he's their answer to Schwarber.
Okay.
Yeah, he's their big hitter.
Well, I definitely know that he's the whole clubhouse thing. Without a doubt.
That part was fantastic.
Yeah, I can't believe that they actually caught it on live television.
I can't believe they showed it on live TV. Let's be honest.
I don't think they knew what was going on.
The funniest part is that had to have gotten that was through the replay guy, the guy on the 3-play machine.
Oh no.
Yeah, because they played it back and you saw it slow it down. So it had to go through like a couple of people.
Was it because it's technically cable, so I don't
know.
You're talking to the wrong.
I will admit, it took me because I saw the video about like 5 times on my Twitter feed, right? And I didn't notice it. So to be honest, like the naked eye, like it's not the first thing you notice when you saw. I just saw Justin Turner just down in the dugout just jumping, and then someone's like, "No, look," and I'm like, oh, and then the best part was the 30-45 seconds of silence between Boog and JD. Like, the play is going on, like the whole thing is going, and there is just silence. And I'm like, yeah, they're just trying not to bust out laughing. Like, it's just one of those like little reels you see, like of like baseball play-by-play gone wrong or whatever. It was fantastic.
Yeah, that is yeah. I couldn't believe I saw what I was seeing. I couldn't believe that was on an actual broadcast, and let alone the wholesome network that Marquee was supposed to be. Quote unquote. You're currently listening to Big Top Sports. I'm your host, Eric Geyer, on AM 1410 WRMN. I've got the Butterball, and I've got the Double D, and we will be back in a few.
If you turned 65 recently like me, it's important you find a Medicare Advantage plan that gives you the coverage you're looking for. But finding one can be difficult. The best thing I did, and I suggest you do the same, is call a licensed insurance agent and let them walk you through your Medicare Advantage plan options. There are so many benefits you have access to, so make the call now and let the representatives explain everything to you. Our licensed insurance agents can offer you a variety of Medicare Advantage plans. Plus, the call is free, the information is free, and there's no obligation to enroll. We're here to make it easy for you to select a Medicare Advantage plan that may work for your needs. Finding a Medicare Advantage plan can be easy if you do what I did. Make a quick call right now to learn more. Thank you.
800-433-3082. 800-433-3082. 800-433-3082. That's 800-433-3082.
When it comes to orthopedic and spine surgery, Prime Healthcare St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin leads the way. Recognized by U.S. News and World Report as a high performer across multiple surgery types, we offer advanced and minimally invasive procedures supported by state-of-the-art imaging technology. Our expert surgeons and compassionate care teams are here to help you move, heal, and live better every step of the way. St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, exceptional care close to home.
I know we're at an at-will state, but for making a comment, like, hey, your hair looks good. And then I got a call from HR saying, hey, you know what, you're under investigation. Do I have any recourse?
Were you fired?
No, not yet.
The problem, Eddie, is they can fire you for any reason they want. They literally can wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I'm a little bored this morning. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to fire Eddie for no reason. Yep, he can do that. Yeah, that's California. Yep, welcome.
Handle on the Law. If you're injured and need a lawyer, go to handleonthelaw.com.
Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for a better future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids right here in our own backyard are facing hunger every day? Without healthy food, it's harder to grow, to thrive, to feel their best.
The impact when children don't have enough to eat is tremendous because when you're hungry and your basic needs aren't being met, you cannot learn.
Every child deserves to be fed. This is a problem we know how to solve. Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Breakfast in the classroom contributes to kids being more focused, which leads to higher grades, and simply just their well-being.
Thank you! Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
And welcome back into Big Top Sports with yours truly, Derek Geyer, alongside Tyler Buterball.
Yes, sir. David had to step out for a second.
Yeah, David, David's doing David things. That's all right.
He's doing some shenanigans we don't know about.
Yeah, that's all right. Oh my God, it's the L Train, Elliot Serrano walking into the studio. Elliot, part of the WRMN morning show. Looks like Elliot's been maybe having like a little, I don't know what.
A little bit of what?
I don't know. So I didn't hear you because I didn't have your mic on. But now I've got the mic on.
Am I on?
Yeah, now you're on.
Is this on? It doesn't sound like I'm on. I got my headphones on. I can't hear myself. I just came to check out my studio to make sure when I come in the morning that it's not going to be all disheveled and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like every time I come in the morning when this Big Top Sports comes in, y'all like there are pizza boxes and empty beer bottles and stuff all over the studio.
On the job, Derek.
That I got to clean up for you in the morning.
Yeah, I know. And then, oh my goodness, who the heck is
So the
this
morning
other
morning
person?
show just wants to make sure the studio is going to be in some decent shape when we get in the morning.
And I am currently being joined by the WRMN morning show, which consists of Susie C., who is completely and totally off camera. So you guys
got to keep her off camera because otherwise you're not going to hear any of us otherwise.
You guys need to scoochie in.
No, we don't. I don't need to scooch anywhere. I'm fine where I am. Thank you very much.
Hey, listen, you are not running this thing, Mr. Elliot Serrano. So Tyler, Susie, Tyler.
We met. We're very close.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Well,
We go way back.
Especially on camera right now. So Susie C, Tyler, Elliot Serrano. Tyler is not part of the WRMN morning show.
Mr. Serrano to you, sir.
Hey, why don't you just, what mic is that? Okay. So, Susie C. Anyway.
Hi, how are you? My mic isn't on.
No, yes, it is.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe my headphones aren't.
The headphones already, I tell you, I can tell what's happened when the Big Top Sports takes over the studio, nothing works.
Oh, now, see,
I'm
now.
going to come in the morning, I'm
yeah.
going to be like, why aren't these headphones working? Why can't I hear anything? Everything's muted. He's got the switches all turned off. I've got backgrounds. I've got text people calling in, texts from the night before, people who are like talking to me about stuff I don't understand.
Yeah, what's your problem? I mean,
guess.
you've been doing this for like a couple of months now. Don't you figure you should know how to run things?
I can run my show. I can run.
I'm just saying.
You know what? I mean, I don't need to put up with this.
Wait. I'm a little. What I would never compare you to a serial killer, but if they needed a Jeffrey Dahmer stand-in,
there we go.
I'd throw your name out there. Who's Nick?
So you missed a lot here.
That's the stuff you see on the text.
Hey, Dahmer had a way with words.
Yeah, look at that.
Jeez, here I'm all excited going. What show are we on, Elliot?
What show are we on?
Big Top
Sports.
Thank you.
But why are we talking about Jeffrey Dahmer on Big Top Sports?
Because you guys apparently weren't listening to my show. You guys were doing something else. What were you guys doing earlier?
We were at a celebration of life for West Side Freddy, who was one of our listeners who passed away not long ago. So we went to the cruise night. But of course, it was canceled, but we still had like 15 cars show up.
Well,
because of the dang rain.
Yeah, the rain will do that to you.
He died, much like this show.
Wow. I don't.
It only died because I'm not on right now.
There we go.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, we do have another headset. We got another mic. I mean, feel free to use that one.
We
Double
can
D.
share.
Come on, let Santa Jr. get in here. Come on, Santa. Come on, get on there.
Here, you can use this mic. I'll go behind Derek.
It's all right.
He looks like Santa.
No, come on, Double D.
It's a compliment.
Here,
we'll slide down one.
We'll get you on camera.
Okay, first off, I don't know you, bro.
That's okay.
How dare you?
This is
come in here and call me Santa Claus.
This is my studio. Just so you know, you're here at the my good grace. Just so you know.
Yeah,
there you go.
so
see
now,
see that banner right there?
So now all of a sudden,
show right there.
things have.
Oh, you're a wrestling fan?
Yeah, I'm a big wrestling fan.
Okay, you guys.
You obviously haven't heard of Bad Karma Wrestling, then.
I have no. Yeah, the good guys about Jonathan Hood and his crew. Yeah,
that's Good Karma Wrestling.
Oh, no, you're Bad Karma? Oh, no, you're the other crew. There we go. All right. No.
We're the good guys.
The good guys.
It's ironic, the good karma as opposed to the bad karma.
Takes over the show.
Yeah, pretty much. Here's the
thing.
No. Hold on a second.
He's experiencing what I do every day.
Add a couple of libations and everything, and then all of a sudden, Elliot's testes have suddenly fallen and dropped, and now all of a sudden he's like the man of the studio. I want to go ahead and I want to impart things. Hey, you are Hey, Elliot.
How is that?
Yeah. Newsflash. Mic is off, bud.
Derek is suddenly interested in my testes. That's weird.
Well,
Listen, he told me this morning that I gave him 90 seconds like his ex-wife, and we had people texting going, this is a family show. If your kids are up at 6 a.m. listening to us, they better be ready because things go down. We're not gonna pretend to be somebody we're not.
Well, speaking of things going down, I mean, don't you have like a segment or something coming up tomorrow morning where it is the mystery something or other
What
going?
will Elliot put in his mouth?
Whoa.
It's not gonna. It's not going to be testes, which I think Mr. Geyer's really interested in. But yeah.
No, not so. Well, first you got to grow a pair.
We need you to call in right now. 847-931-1410. This mayhem is madness.
Yeah,
let's bring on the chaos. I love this.
Yeah, you're currently listening to the WRMN / morning show / Big Top Sports / what's your guys?
Blow the whistle.
Blow the whistle. I am so rattled right now. I know, right?
So gone.
I am so gone right now. But you're currently listening to WRMN 1410 AM. Oh my goodness.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Curdan.
Brought to you by Fidelity. The Illinois Department of Natural Resources Urban and Community Fishing Program is set to host 3 fishing clinics at Lake Patterson and Oakhurst Forest Preserve in Kane County. Scheduled for July 10th, August 5th, and September 3rd from 5 until 7 p.m. The workshops are designed for anglers of all ages and skill levels. Starting this month, District U46 School Board is relocating its meetings to the Family Welcome Center at 1019 East Chicago Street in Elgin. The decision approved at last month's board session and the 4-decade tradition of meetings held at the Educational Services Center. Naperville Police recently completed a traffic enforcement campaign during the 4th of July period, reporting 35 seatbelt citations, 9 for speeding, and 8 related to distracted driving. The initiative was supported by an IDOT grant and aimed at increasing safety during the holiday.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Curdan.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Are you dreaming of a getaway? Want to leave the stress of daily life behind? Whether it's a relaxing cruise or an adventurous land escape, planning the perfect vacation doesn't have to be a hassle. At Cruises International, they specialize in vacation destinations, land and sea, making your dreams come true. Located at 1721 Moon Lake Boulevard in Hoffman Estates, Cruises International isn't just about booking travel. They're your personal concierge, trusted travel advisor, and advocate. Your preferences are unique, and they'll take the time to understand exactly what you're looking for. From personalized service to their global network of specialists, they ensure that your vacation is tailor-made just for you. It's time to plan the vacation of a lifetime. Call 800-255-7447. That's 800-255-7447 today and speak to a cruise and vacation expert. Cruises International. It's time to set sail to your dream destination.
This is Will Walker with your Fox Valley forecast. Tonight, isolated showers and thunderstorms before 7 p.m., mostly clear with a low around 62. Looking ahead to Thursday, mostly sunny with a high near 83. Thursday night, a chance of showers and thunderstorms after 7 p.m., mostly cloudy with a low around 66. Currently, it is 76 with clear skies. With your Fox Valley forecast, I'm Will Walker on WRMN, the talk of the town.
Here's comedian Howie Mandel for hands-free Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins.
I'm holding a new Cozy Fit Skechers slip-in sneaker, and first of all, I barely know I'm holding it. It's that light. You see, Cozy Fit is a cool new sneaker where the upper is made of a soft quilted material. It's kind of like a little puffer jacket for your feet, except it looks like a super stylish sneaker.
Introducing new Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins, the latest comfort creation from Skechers. You can find Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. Big Top Sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland. Football frenzy and hoops so high.
You know, I think all I needed was Susie C to come in here and dance for the intro and everything to get the ratings up. Just saying. So we've got, let's see, Radio 101. Don't talk over the intro music, especially if there's words.
No, you fade it out.
What did I just do, Mister? Mr. Super.
You know, this guy.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that. I can get in trouble there.
I know you're showing off for your friends right now. We'll talk later.
Oh, were you going to like take me behind the woodshed and show me those testicles that are finally dropping? Anyway,
you're going to get up close.
You're currently listening to Big Top Sports, where this is the circus.
Circle.
Yeah,
there
circle.
It is.
I've got Susie C to my left. I've got Tyler over here.
We can't tell. The camera's only on you guys right now.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because people can't see anybody else. That's Radio 101, everyone.
No, that's Video 101.
But that too.
If you want to get technical.
The stream. It's the stream.
You arse. Anyway, so that's Elliot Serrano. We got Tyler. Raise your hand again. Get in the.
I'm in there. Tyler, I'm not pushing Tyler out. I'm here.
And we've got Double D. So we've got the WRMN morning show. We've got. Oh my God! I just blanked out again.
Blow the whistle.
Thank you.
Wow. So you can't give me crap now. These are your guests.
Yeah, I know. Well, not only that. Yeah, you put the lime in the coconut and you shake it all out. Yeah, but blow the whistle. They are going to be starting here on Saturday evenings. Time to be determined. But they were gracious enough to come in and let me butcher their podcast. I am sorry, guys. I really am.
It's all good, man.
But
he had no idea. He had no idea we were coming to.
Yeah, I am.
Honestly, I would have been thrown off too. I mean, I was like, dude, I think we're getting robbed. And then I'm like, I don't know, you guys. But then
the door wasn't even locked. I mean, I just walked right in. Anyone can come in and commandeer the show. Yeah.
I mean, it is downtown Elgin. I mean, it's a very seedy. No, it's not.
It is seedy.
You know, before I'm going to get.
Chief Antonelli has cleaned this town up. This place is, what was it, number 5 best places to live?
Number 3.
Number 3 and 120 out of the state of Illinois. So
out of the country.
Oh, out of the country. 120 out of the country. Elgin. It's a good thing.
Well, that is a very good thing. And now the third, wait, actually 1, 2, 3, and the fourth person that works here at the WRMN radio station joining us in this circus of mayhem is the one, the only Mr. McNeil has been drinking a little bit. Okay, Matt.
I'm fine.
No margarita.
I'm fine.
We've got one drink. We've got Triple M joining us from out to lunch. It is Margarita, Matt McNeil.
Who is Tim? Tim already knows that name.
Yeah, well.
Have you been spreading that name around to the world?
Yeah, I told her last night, and apparently she went ahead and she took it and run with it.
We did mention it today.
On the morning show.
Oh, goodness me. All right, well, okay.
I mean,
there it goes.
You didn't say it was confidential.
I didn't think it was confidential since we talked about it on the radio.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we did.
We did.
Yeah, okay. Speaking of being on the radio and everything, did you know that WRMN 1410 AM is a proud host of the Chicago White Sox games?
Yep.
Yeah.
And coming in August, we will also be hosting the Chicago Bears. Da Bears. Anyone?
That's
Anyone?
exciting.
I mean, no, I think it's awesome.
Wait, I didn't know if you were going any farther with that.
Yeah.
No, I was just, kind of
The Bears.
tossing it
The
out
thing,
there.
yeah, the thing is, you interrupt me all the time, and when it's out to lunch, so I didn't know.
Yeah, so I mean, as Elliot the L Train called, me, or whatever, and Operation Interruptus or whatever the hell you want to say.
Is that a transformer?
Yeah, probably. No, that's Optimus Prime.
Well,
But
in Elliot's world, it's definitely
exactly.
There's the sigh, the Elliot sigh.
He loves being my co-host. He loves being my co-host.
Well, I am sure that he does. You guys are doing a fantastic job. But do you mind if I asked a Bears questions, a Bear question or two to?
Yeah, please do, because we're gonna go. We're gonna let you have your show
Are
back.
you sure?
Yeah,
So till tomorrow morning at 6, everybody.
Okay.
Finger guns from Elliot.
Thank you, guys.
I need my sleep.
Wow. Okay, that was definitely a whirlwind interaction. Thank you, Dino, for that. I appreciate it. By the way, it is still sauce. It is not gravy. So
I think you're more traumatized than we are. And we don't even know them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
You better know who we are.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
And I say that with all sincerity.
Yeah.
Bye, Santa.
It's good meeting you guys.
Can't say what I want to say. I don't want to get you fired.
I appreciate that. I truly do.
I appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, because I've had to bite my tongue a couple of times already because
it happens, man. It
yeah,
happens.
it's
all right though. They clearly came here because they loved you.
Yeah, and they really
They
wanted.
fanboyed all over you. It was crazy.
No, it was good, man.
I was wondering what that tingling feeling was.
It's love.
Yeah, it's definitely love.
Or an STD.
Or that too.
And on that note,
I'm just saying.
Usually it burns more.
Oh wow. Just talk, guys.
What do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about Bears wise?
How do you think the season's going to go?
I think everybody's got an inflated expectation of what this Bears team's going to be.
Coming from an Atlanta Falcons fan.
But see, that's what makes me.
So you got
that guy.
So what you're saying is you got that 30,000 foot view of the Chicago Bears. Okay.
Don't get me wrong. I'm a Bears fan as long as they're not playing the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Atlanta Falcons. I will root for the Bears. Do I or do I not?
Yeah, you usually do. I will say.
Here's my thing, though. The Bears fans are all over this offseason. Once again, they've won the Super Bowl of the offseason. They've done a lot of great things. Got the right head coach in there. They've gotten the right. They've signed the right guys to that offensive line. Absolutely 100%. Here's the problem, though. You are in probably the toughest or top two toughest divisions in the NFL. One, you've got what, the third or
fourth hardest schedule.
It's only Caleb Williams' second year.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be some growing pains with the new system, with a new head coach, with a new offense. My whole thing right now is their ceiling to me in wins this year is 10.
Yeah.
Their basement though could be really bad. If
How
this got
bad are
out
you saying?
Yeah.
5-6 wins.
Could basement wise, yeah, I can see that.
But we went over it yesterday.
Yeah, we went over it. I'm just kind of looking to refresh my memory, but yeah, I think
we said for sure we thought they could win 8.
If I'm being honest, I think more of the media has more and higher expectations for the Bears this year than the actual Bears fans themselves, or at least Chicago media, because I think that the expectations last year was supposed to be the possible 10 wins because they had one of the easiest schedules. You have Caleb Williams coming in, then you get Roma Dunze, and then now you got all these weapons. And and they actually invested on the offense except for the offensive line. But now they got one of the best offensive lines in the league, at least on paper, that they say. Like, I think Pro Football Focus had him ranked 3rd in offensive line, 3rd or 4th. So, I mean,
they paid $86 million. I would hope that
I would hope you got a pretty damn good offensive line. But, I mean, you got one of the toughest schedules this year. Like, we were going over it. I think 8 to 9 wins for the Bears. There's going to be some growing pains because, I mean, and Ben Johnson runs a very complex type of offense. It's going to take some time. I think it's good that they have, to me, an easier 4 to 5 weeks compared to once you get past the bye week, you're in pretty much hell for the Bears. Like, I think after that bye week, it's after the Commanders. They have it's a week 5 bye week, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's a pretty early bye week this year.
And that's the thing. I think that's what's going to screw them because I think they can get hot pretty early. I think because Vikings, we don't know what they're going to be. We don't have J.J. McCarthy hasn't played a snap in regular season NFL. The Lions, it's at Detroit. I still count as a loss, but we don't know what kind of Lions team this is going to be. You lost both your coordinators. You lost one of your best offensive linemen in Bragg now. So, I mean, again, there's a lot of question marks going around here. I mean, same with the Packers. I mean, they still never had wide receivers help, and I don't think the wide receiver help changed all that much. I mean, Matthew Golden.
They drafted Golden in the first round. He's solid, but we'll see what he translates into in the
Bears
NFL.
Drafted a better receiver in the 2nd round.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah,
that's your X factor, and I think Tyler and I are both on the same page when it comes to that for the Bears season this year. You may have drafted, or the Bears may have drafted, an elite wide receiver in the 2nd round in Luther Burden the 3rd. This kid is dynamic. He high points the ball unbelievably well. He's going to be your deep threat for the Bears. If he's what I think he is, the Bears now can get rid of someone else in that wide receiver. You keep DJ Moore. You just signed him to an extension.
Yeah.
You obviously are keeping the youth with Rome Odunze and Luther Burden the 3rd. It gives you more maneuverability now to do whatever. And now you've got Loveland and
Cole
Kmet at tight end. Nothing but weapons for Caleb Williams. If he gets time to plant his feet, throw the ball properly, not be looking to get his head taken off every single snap, there's a possibility they could win 10 to 11 games. I'm saying 10 for the ceiling for them this year, but they could be better than what people think.
I just hope it doesn't turn into a Matt Eberflus and Shane Waldron.
Eberlusen?
Yeah, Eberlusen. That's another good one. How it did last year.
Right. And I mean,
just for the simple fact that, Ben Johnson has the track record. He was calling plays.
Culture.
Right, exactly. My thing is, even though, you got the, I don't know, quote unquote savior or whatever, Ben Johnson, it's still unproven as far as that goes. And also the last, 3 or 4 seasons, it took until week 3 or 4 for any resemblance or semblance of offense, defense, whatever, to take shape, to take form, before they actually knew what the hell they're doing.
Right.
In the offseason, it sure as hell seems like Johnson is cracking the whip and being like, okay, well, the favorite quote that I think I'm going to have, put on a T-shirt and for myself is, get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So with Caleb, with the rest of the offense, the defense, everyone, you need to start fast, because in those first 2 games, once with the rookie up there in Minnesota, and then the offensive and defensive coordinators and the lack of the offensive linemen that you pointed out, there's going to be those growing pains in the first 2 weeks for those 2 teams. Second go around, I wholeheartedly think that it's going to be a different game.
Yeah. I think for both sides. I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's those 3 teams, exactly like you just said, Derek, is that they're all trying to figure out themselves and trying to find a character for these teams themselves. I think that's going to be the interesting thing, is seeing which of these teams is going to figure it out either sooner, or they might already got it figured out and they're going to be a big surprise for anyone in this division. Yeah. But I mean, like you said, like this isn't the same deal as like the Nagy or Eberflus. Like,
oh God,
it's people. You got to point out too. Like Nagy wasn't talked about. He was talked about like a very well offensive coordinator, but he wasn't talked about. This is the next head coach. This is the next Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
the next dude.
Exactly. Like Ben Johnson is that. Like has been talked about that guy, and that's why you should have the optimism about him. And plus, not to mention, he's got himself a killer coaching staff.
Oh, hell
like
yeah.
Dennis Allen as your DC. They didn't have a great time as a head coach with the Saints, but as a defensive coordinator, fantastic. And then
do you want the statement? I have a Saints fan who I asked once the Bears hired Dennis Allen as their defensive coordinator. I said, would you have hired him? The Saints fan goes, I would have paid him that to stay as the D coordinator and have somebody else come in and be the head coach of the Saints.
Okay.
That's how good of a defensive coordinator. The one thing that Tyler and I really love, though, and I think this is the hire of all hires for Ben Johnson, Antoine Randall L.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
As your wide receivers / offensive coordinator /
assistant head coach, yeah.
hype guy is an unbelievably great get.
What about Eric Bieniemy?
Love that. That's
as a running back coach.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that.
He's outside of Antoine Randall L. Eric Bieniemy is one of my favorite hires, because you already saw the videos in practice with him with the running backs, and he's like, I like it when they're cussing him out. Like, like you need that, because you saw on Hard Knocks, Matt Eberflus is like, all right, let's go, buddy. Come on. Like, this isn't Little League.
Okay, D Train. Okay, whatever. L Train. Okay. Oh, wait.
Dragon Slayer.
Yeah.
Like his
yeah.
stupid
Right.
nicknames.
What's the? Okay, Santa Claus.
He's gonna get Bieniemy's gonna get the most out of those running backs.
Yeah.
That he can possibly get, and they're gonna hit holes harder and faster than they have in the past.
Okay, now that we're talking about the running backs, what are we doing at that position? Or, I'm sorry, what are the Bears doing at that position?
I'd say, I think you have something with Swift. It's kind of weak. Everything I'm hearing, that the rookie Kyle Monungai, 7th round picked, he's looking pretty darn good. And
he might be a dude.
He might be RB2.
As we like to say on Blow the Whistle. You're going to hear that a lot on Blow the Whistle. He might be a dude.
But
is there a juxtaposition of that? Or it might be a she then?
It's one of those guys that was a steal, a diamond in the rough.
Okay.
Where they went, okay, he might have more skills than anybody really realizes. We're grabbing him up. I love the pick in the 7th round. That was an unbelievably great value. They've also got Rock.
Yeah, Roshan Johnson, that I think a lot of people forget about. And
as long as he can stay on the field, he's another solid running back. Which gives you more of the thunder instead of the lightning with DeAndre Swift.
Yeah. Swift is more of your versatile guy he's more of your pass catching running back, and he's better on the outside. But like you said, Rock, he's just in the nose, like right up the middle kind of running back. Kyle Monungai, he's a little bit of both. And that dude, to remind you, everyone that doesn't know who Kyle Monungai is, he never in his 4-year career in college football, has never fumbled the ball once. He led the Big Ten in rushing yards this past season. He was second the season before in the Big Ten. So
with guys like Katron Allen,
Donovan Edwards,
Nick Singleton, Donovan Edwards, Jalen, Caleb Johnson,
Quishon Judkins, like
both running backs from Ohio State. Yeah,
like it's a pretty impressive resume when you're looking at it. And the biggest thing is that he just lacks size. He's not the biggest guy, but he can take a stinking hit. That's for sure. So, there's a lot of positive things to come around.
My big question mark for the Bears this year is the defense.
Yeah, I mean,
I want to see how the defense plays this year. You're bringing back a lot. You signed a edge rusher from Indianapolis,
Dio Otabango.
You also drafted one.
They drafted Shamar Turner.
Yeah.
Or Shamar Stewart.
Shamar Stewart.
It's confusing because they're both from Texas A&M and they're both named Shamar, so I can't remember which one was the first round pick, which one was the second round pick. But
it's Stewart.
It is Stewart,
I believe.
Because yeah, Turner I think he was the first round pick, and yeah, that's another dude. He's played both sides. He put all positions on the line.
It's gonna be interesting to see how the secondary edges out at this point. Is Jaquan Brisker completely 100% healthy?
Put a guardian cap on.
Or yeah.
Oh, please.
Put a guardian cap on.
Jaquan.
For everyone here in the studio, please put that guardian cap on.
This isn't high school. No one's going to make fun of you.
You are very, very talented, but please, you're already going to have problems later on in life without the amount of hits and concussions.
The fact that he got dinged on a hit that didn't look bad, tells me that he's susceptible to easy concussions.
Yeah.
Wear the guardian, be safe. As a former Penn State player, Jaquan, just please do right and just protect yourself.
Exactly. But yeah.
All right. I mean, couple of, offense, defense. What else do you think about the Bears? I'm throwing it up to you guys.
In all the NFL.
Well, that's for darn straight.
Unless you want to talk about the quarterback controversy going on down there in Atlanta.
There is no quarterback controversy. Michael Penix Jr. is QB1. You can sit here and say whatever you want to say about Kirk Cousins. Listen, Kirk Cousins,
if I'm making $100 million or whatever
to sit on your behind,
where do you want me? Do you want me? Do you want me to hold this?
I'll rub your feet. No, I don't like
listen,
feet.
no one's...
No, that'll be on the WRMN morning show with Susie and the L Train.
Feet and testes.
No one saw it coming. I actually didn't like that they picked Penix at 8. I thought they could move back and still get him. That being said, I think Penix is the right move for this franchise. Listen, you're a 36-year-old veteran who was just coming off an Achilles injury.
I thought you were talking about Penix. I'm like, hey, be nice.
No, I would never talk bad about my guy. Ever.
That's not true.
I had Penix rated as the number 2 quarterback in that class. I had Jaden Daniels 1, Penix 2, and Caleb 3. So far, Jaden has turned out to be that guy, which I didn't know was going to be that guy. But
yeah, there are a lot of people that didn't know that he was going to be what he was last season. I still had him
number 1 though, so I feel good about myself.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
To be as good as he was in the same rookie season as Caleb Williams and I mean,
if you look at the numbers though, they're technically not that far off.
No, they're not that far off.
It's just Jaden's got the wins.
However, I will say this about Caleb though. It was very damn impressive that he put up the numbers that he did with all of the Smurf around him. Yeah. Because there was a Smurf ton of Smurf that was the Bears coaching staff. They had absolutely no freaking idea what they were doing. I mean,
those kind of passing numbers.
I'm impressed
on top
that
of
he
68.
Yeah,
sacks.
that's what I was about to say. I'm impressed that he put those numbers up, hit in the head as much as he did.
And not to mention, he was pressured 50 some odd other times.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So you're talking
that line was god awful.
120. I mean, Swiss cheese, turnstile, whatever you want to call it. I mean, part of the blame or a quarter of the blame, or maybe I'll go quarter. It was on Caleb himself.
Yeah. He held the ball a little too long sometimes, but I mean, that comes with learning the professional game.
Yeah, absolutely. There's going to be growing pains, and the offensive coordinator, the defensive coach, or head coach, they didn't do him any favors last season.
No, I mean that was an atrocious group of guys trying to fix it was the mentality of like, here, boy, fix us.
Yeah,
you're a hero.
We've got 30 seconds. Anything you guys want to end on from the blow the whistle guys?
I mean, I think
Tyler,
for me, I'm just excited to be a part of this WRMN 1410 family. Getting ready to start second weekend of August.
Come check out what we like to call the greatest little internet show going today, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, you did it again. Well, this is Derek Geyer on Big Top Sports here at AM 1410 WRMN.
If you're struggling to pay rent or utility bills, help is available through the Kane County Homeless Prevention Program. Eligible tenants and landlords can receive assistance with up to 12 months of past due rent or utilities, future rent, and security deposits. To qualify, your household income must be at or below 80% of the area median income and meet additional criteria such as risk of eviction or recent income loss. You must currently reside in Kane County and not have received similar aid for the same time period. Apply online at zoomgrants.com by July 31st. For help applying, contact Kim Lovely at 630-444-1231 or Brittany Garcia at 630-232-0000.